Momo more than you can handle.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Momo the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Momo, Friendly Flyer, a one-drop flyer that discounts her flyers and grows the more flying creatures you have enter in a turn. This is a standard Brawl deck that's playing lots of great mono-white aggro, mono-white flyers, and it's taking advantage of some really solid reprints and some synergy between the different flying cards. There's a bunch of different angels in here, a little bit of lifelink, and some ways to put counters on your creatures or just buff up their power. In this deck, you're going to be getting wins fast. This deck had about a 90% win rate for me because people don't know about how strong Momo can grow. And in this deck, maybe your opponent's able to hold you at bay, but not for too long when you have big finishers like Elspeth Stormslayer and Moonshaker Cavalry. So let's take Momo into the queue and start getting some wins. Inimpakal, 1000th Moon. They're going to be going wide with gnomes, and those gnomes will also be growing alongside Inimpakal, probably playing some things that put +1/+1 counters so they can grow Inimpakal. And she doesn't even need to attack, they just need a non-gnome attacker. A bird! They don't have any activated abilities yet, so I'll go for the Resplendent Angel over Clarion Conqueror. Should be a good enough blocker against the show-off. Oh, they're swinging in. I'll just take it. I don't want this to die. I have more damage than they do. Piggy bank. Oh, that's a nice little aggressive critter there. I think that going Clarion Conqueror into Momo could be good, Heraldic Banner into Momo, or just purely Archangel of Tithes. Make it bad for them to attack wide. Also, it's a 3/5. You want to attack, it's not going to be free. I love how Momo's just like hanging out with these angels. Yeah, they give up. They're like, oh, I had to pay 2, huh? You sure did. No mana left for tricks. GG. The Ancient One. This is a very cool self-milling commander that then eventually can start milling me. Right now, I don't actually have a discount for Momo on the next turn since this costs 3, but I can still lay down a pigeon and see how we can go from there. That'll get me a +1/+1 on Momo. Nice. Next turn, I could probably just go for Appa. Notably, you do not get the discount on any other player's turn. So it might make more sense, especially with them playing the Cynical Loner, for me to go for Suki here, since I'm going to want things to block that. And now if my things leave the battlefield, including if they're airbent, I will be able to generate some extra value. So the Cynical Loner's swinging in. I'm going to block here. Ooh, they're shrinking her. Does this remove abilities? Yes, it does. So what do you put in your graveyard? Winter Night Stories, a Harmonize card. Neat. I am going to start with Appa so I can get the discount. And I think I might just hit Suki. Hitting the pigeon's kind of cute because I get the food token and it will get me more allies on a future turn. But for now, I'm just going to hit Suki. Play this Healer's Hawk. Momo's nice and chunkled. And swing in. Winter Night Stories, tapping the Cynical Loner. They don't even need to attack with it to make sure they're tutoring more things into the graveyard. And I do wonder if they're going to be reanimating that worm. Because it will kill not everything, but most of the things I have. Yeah, I'm sure they have reanimation spells. Okay, and a bringer. So if they have Cavero, they could go for the bringer and bring out everything. That could be a problem for me. Thankfully, I have a ton of damage here. And I'm trying to decide, like, do I want to save this snare? I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Start my engines. Hmm. Yeah, hitting the jewel is cool. Hitting the vault is cool because they could do the craft thing, but I just don't know what they have. This is just me starting my engines. Speed up. Suki, this thing, get in here. Honestly, actually just the 2-1. I don't know what you have. Worm. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. They have a way to instant speed reanimate. Move my commander to the command zone. Yes, please. Because that way Suki is alive. Unfortunately, Suki does not trigger. So I can't use her to, like, make another token on the other turn. All right, so we have 4, 5, 6 damage. We swing in. We win the game. All you need. They might have a worm, but I got a lady and an air bison. Vivi is going to be pinging us, dealing damage, getting huge, and making a ton of mana. Because that's all Vivi needs to do. Vivi's incredibly good. One of those cards that's just a pure value engine. And, I mean, can just hang around. It can also attack you after getting big and still make mana. Since you don't need to tap, you just need to 0. Make some mana. Play the hand, okay? If I play the Jackdaw here. Yeah, that's a good 3-1. Good bit of damage. I wish we could have Elite Spellbinder in this standard. What a fun card. Ooh, a Planisphere comes with a Hero Wizard. If I want to maximize damage, I can go Sun Pearl, City Pigeon, Healer's Hawk. Let's do it. Bit 0, get big. Yeah, we're just gonna lay out as much damage as we can, as fast as we can, and hope that they don't have, like, fire magic to then wipe up all my 1 toughness cards. That's a lot of aerial damage. Here's Vivi. And in we go, once again. They're down to 8. Potentially, with 3 more lands, I can Moonshaker Cavalry. What a funny card. I was like, I'm never gonna find room for this in a deck. But look, it costs 1 less with Momo. Genius, Amy. Ooh, Dragonfire Blade. They will have enough mana to equip it. It costs 2 to equip to Vivi. And Vivi's currently making 3 mana. You wanna do it again? It'll give everything double flying. It does give flying. There's a few cards in my deck without flying. Okay, sure up. They still have 5 mana. I'm just out here like, am I gonna die this turn? It's 12 more damage. 13, 14. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Exacxies here. So they need removal for at least 1 creature. They did discard a non-critter there. Or sorry, a non-land. It's not quite lethal. But dang, was it close. All right, we swing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is lethal. We love it. Go. Birds win. Eat it, Vivi. Choco, Seeker of Paradise, is another deck that should have some flyers in it, even though chocobos themselves do not fly. They're good birds. And this bird's going to be getting them extra bird, like, growth off these landfalls and extra lands and birds in hand and play. Alright, Saz's Chocobo. That's a good landfall chicken right there. Do I go for Sun Pearl and City Pigeon? That's the most damage this turn. Or just Voice of Victory. They have blue, and it's like, this is the least flying maneuver I can do, but I feel like it sets me up decently to be like, yeah, I'm a little scared of you, so don't do things on my turn. Bloomcreed Escort. Nice. It's a bird. So, see that? Like, I stopped them from having that surprise blocker, and I'm really happy about that. Alright, I can swing in with all of those. It's less damage, but that's fine. I do have the Sun Pearl Kieran, though. To be like, surprise. I can do it post-combat. It's gonna be the same damage, because this will now draw me a card off returning this to hand. Ooh, a frigate. Forget about it. Station up. This, by the way, it is not in this deck in order to ever be fully stationed. It might happen if we end up with, like, a flying stalemate. But, like, that's not what it's here for. Next turn, they might be able to play Choco, and a Choco with an attack with 2 birds could be a lot of value, which means I might want to just hold up Aben Interrupter, which would be 3 mana. Now, I could do that. Or I could make a bunch of flyers. And a bunch of damage. I want that. I don't get the discount off this, but that's just because of how I'm ordering it. And if I did it with the Doorkeeper Thrall, I wouldn't be growing the Momo. This is so much damage. Nice. You know what? Sure. Leave up the lifelinkers. Great blockers. Bro, Momo. I like Big Momo. Ooh, Valley Quest Caller. I thought about this one for my deck because it buffs your birds. But we're not all birds. Or bats. Like, this is a bat. But, like, this is a Kieran. This is a bird. This is just a guy. Oh, hey, Wan Shi Tong. What do we got here? What do we got here? Pre-combat Appa. Mid-combat Appa. Everybody in! What's a thrall? Enslaved corpses, pretty much. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9 going through right now. They're saying good game. Good game. I'm playing Appa. For no reason other than I wanted to play Appa. A minor game action, but one that brings me joy. GG. Another Animpakal 1000th Moon. Alright, I got Momo, Healer's Hawk, I have a little bit of removal. I don't have anything I'd be discounting until potentially turn 3 if I get another land, but that's not bad. And I'm happy to start a game by just saying, you know what I got? The most Mo anyone's ever mowed. Oh, look at that! It's a bit! It's just like mine! It's just like me! Momo! Your good, cheap, evasive attackers. Great for them to have. No, I'm good. Please don't hurt my Momo. They suplexed Momo. Yeah, all right. Voice of Victory. Give them a free attack in the air. They got this baddie. I was hoping to get a land. I can technically get one off of Starfield Shepherd, but I think killing the Anapakal is more important, and I can do that here. I'm going to attack him with Voice of Victory. Comes with 2 little guys. You may block a little guy if you would like to. And in the case of the Gateway Express. 2 little guys. I found out recently, by the way, Case of Gateway Express does actually work with Death Touch, because the creature deals the damage. It also works with Lifelink. Like, that's weird, right? Oh, yeah, you should get some exercise. I should get some exercise. Stop having things. All right, let's get a land. Will my first loss with this deck be to the pains that are... Sometimes you just don't get lands. Party Hawk, go! All right. 1 goblin gets another. Sure. All right. Perilous Snare. I hit Anapakal. And by the way, this is Party Hawk Plus. I have both in my deck. If I attack with this to make the speed go up, I will also be getting them another goblin. I have 1 more piece of card draw off Inspiring Overseer. Yeah, I know that that's like... I think that it's like, it's silly that it took me this long to realize this. Oh, Requisition Raid. That's a great buff on their board. Regular block or double block? I'm gonna get over to regular block here. And they get another Goblin. At least this one's not buffed. Oh, good! Land. I don't have a 2-cost flyer, so I can't chain Momo into something else. But I can play Exemplar of Light and take advantage of the fact that I have a lifelinker here. That's going to get me... Okay, we'll speed up. But it's also going to get me a counter, since this is a Flying Pridemate, which draws me a card. Ah, finally! I'm getting lands, you guys! Oh, Abandoned Air Temple can also trigger Exemplar. Which is... Oh, yeah. Ooh, little guys are swinging in. Okay. I will kill this little guy and that little guy. And Pakal has grown. But I do have instant speed removal for her if that is what I crave. Now, what I probably crave is honestly just, like, Momo into Overseer. I feel I have a turn. This gains me a life. Draws me a card. I'm down with attacking with the Exemplar as well. But nah, I should keep it back. Slick shot, show off. A nice hasty attacker in the air. Oh, you're all coming in. Okay. Goblin. You have a get lost? You're gonna tell the Exemplar of Light to get out of here? Oh, Boros Charm to make their creatures indestructible. Only 1 trade doesn't go off there. They get another goblin. Oh, you're so wide. Good for you. We stan a wide gal. Taking advantage of the discounts here. trying to pick out which cards I want to play. Because the big thing for me is holding up Parting Gust. See what I draw here. Ooh, Jackdaw. Nice. Before they can declare attackers, I'm gonna give you the lovely gift of a fish. Fish. For you, a fish. For me, no fish. You sure? Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a lot of dead goblins if you do that. Maybe they like dead goblins. All right, and I have 3 blocking in the air. Thinking Virtue of Loyalty this turn. Jackdaw to start. Do I even have critters in the graveyard? Oh yeah, I have the Overseer. Nice. Yeah, you can swing in too. I also have the Abandoned Air Temple here as like a trick buff. Maximum speed! But more importantly, maximum tapping, which also draws me a card. Thank you, Exemplar of Light, with the secret synergies in the deck. By the way, fantastic card in mono white aggro or scales decks. Also, victory once again. Once I started getting those lands, it really helped. Narset Jeskai Waymaster. And I don't actually know what that card does, so I have to go read it. They can discard their hand to draw cards equal to the number of spells they cast. Ooh, it's like a storm deck. That's cool. Gonna get themselves some Jeskai value. Hello, scary mouse. I think I'm just gonna go for the Virtue of Loyalty trade into that. I have also yet to see this Narset. I think I might have seen it like once in Historic Brawl. Sanguine Evangelist. They're making bets. I thought about putting that in this deck. Good aggro card. Hi, Amberheart Challenger. I can name Bird. I can name Angel. I have 2 Angels right now, so I kind of like doing that. The question is, like, do I go for the Exemplar this turn, or do I go for Giada Frigate this turn? I think I'm gonna go for Giada and the Frigate. And I'm just gonna go for, like, the purely offensive play. And swing in for 3. Yeah. Forget Giada. They're so fun to say. Brynhilda is going to put a card in exile for them. It's a land. Good hit. And Evangelist will buff those up as they swing in. Nice. I am actually going to swing first here. Because I want to take advantage of Giada. And Giada giving me a bit of mana for the Exemplar. It's exemplary, and because it came with a counter on it, I get to draw a card. And because I got a card here, ooh, options, 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 options. I wonder how many enter the battlefields they have. This does turn off certain cards in my hand, so I'm probably not going to go for it right now. Station. Yeah, just that. I'll leave the Exemplar up as a big blocker. Yeah, Momo. Ooh, Balmor the Battlebird. If they're doing spell slinging, This can buff up their entire board a huge amount. I'm still going to risk putting the Exemplar in front of it. Lightning Helix, that's fine with me. I'm not dead to the rest of the damage, but I do think Balmor has got to go, and I don't think I had Lethal on the backswing. No, I didn't. Momo, you're so cute. Perilous Snareless. Hit the Evangelist. Swinging in. Boom, boom, pow. You just give haste again this turn. Yeah, just chilling. Speed is also now 2. Seer Slicer Goblin, if they attack in, they will get another creature. They're discarding their hand. They had a Season of a Burrow in Delny. I know what I want. More power! In we go! Speed up. And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, cool. I guess I could have, like, technically attacked with that instead of Momo, but... eh. Ship. Don't eat... Guys, don't eat Momo. Ooh, Cory Steelcutter. They are playing a lot of very strong cards. Thankfully, they don't all fly. GG. Abuelo, Ancestral Echo. This is a blue-white blink commander that I'm actually surprised to see. Because, let's just say it's been a while since I started making fun of this card, but I've been making fun of this card for quite some time. Abuelo is a very slow blinking card, but it's one of the few Azorius blink commanders that there currently are in Standard. This turn, I do have a lovely Warp. Do I want to get a land or another 1-drop here? I already have one more land. Let's go for Momo. The most Mo. Mo than you've ever seen. It is Grandpa. Azorius Kaikar. Oh yeah, Azorius Kaikar. You cast non-creatures to blink things. This can blink artifacts though, which is real neat. Some good enter the battlefield value though in Standard. Especially like Jill, who's like a super jellyfish. Miner's Guidewing. And then the case of the Gateway Express. Yeah, everybody get him! Next turn, I should be able to solve the case! Is it Grandpa time? Time for Grandpa? It is not Grandpa time. It is Builder's Talent time. I guess I'll name Angel. And play an Angel. I want to get a land because I have the Elspeth in hand. We swing in, solve the case. I wonder how Momo feels about seeing Momo. Does he think, oh, that's just another lemur bat? Or does he think, like, this is a paradox which I have entered? Yeah, like, what level of awareness does Momo have? Okay, I don't like that there's triple blue here. So I'm actually going to go for Collector's Cage into Sage of the Skies over the Elspeth. So this lets me rescue something at instant speed. That lemur's airbending. Alright, we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage here. That's awesome. Nice. Alright. Day of Judgment! Of the cards here, I would actually like to rescue one, so I am going to Collector's Cage, and I'm gonna put the buff on, doesn't really matter who, Starfield Shepherd. And this is me swapping things out here. So let's see, if I want to swap Starfield into hand, I think is my best pick, or Sage. So I'm gonna go for the Starfield. It's great ETB value. I have no creatures to explore. I can either make a food or scry too. I'll scry. More birds. Well, peep peep. I could go Momo into Resplendent Angel. Or Momo into Starfield into a 1-drop. I kind of like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go Momo, Starfield. Bip. And then I'll have 2 potential lethal attackers off, like, using the Collector's Cage to buff one. We have removal in hand. We have removal in hand, but it won't work on Grandpa. Skiff. Okay, it's reanimation. They bring back Charming Prince. Not that exciting. Gain some life. Oh, I can deal 6. I have many ways to deal 6 damage. Alright, let's go for, you know what, Elspeth. I want to show him I have it. It's an awesome card. It's rad. It's a good card. And it wins the game. GG, Grandpa. It didn't even come out. Grandpa stayed in hiding. Scions of the Spider is going to give all of their spiders flying, lifelink, first strike, and haste. Also, it's a spider. It's spider typal. And it's in 5 colors. So they're going to be playing all the best spiders in all the different ways. Alright, let's go. I got myself a turn 1 Momo into a turn 2 Resplendent Angel, or potentially a double cast of these wee things. I'm so ready. Just kidding. Momo's having a fresh start. Momo has been through a lot. I do have like 2 different rescuer blinkers. That could be fun. Oh, ramp. Ramp's scary. I probably just want to hold up the Aven Interrupter here to prevent them from crewing, since they might be able to play Scions this next turn. That's just more ramp. How do I feel about that? I feel like I want a 2/2 flyer instead of a 2/2 on the ground. So we plot. Costs 6 to do that. Hovership. Can hit this commander. Nice. Alright, swinging in. Omen Path Journey for 2, since it was airbent. Or not airbent, it was plotted. It was free, but it cost 2. Yeah, where's Appa so I can airbend Momo? Come Mosswood trade. That's not a spider. Man, where's the spiders in your spider deck? Alright, we got the ability to put +1/+1 counters on everything here. I'll just go for the untap. Don't really care about when I cast this. Good chunk. Yeah, that's crew 4, so that wasn't able to get to it. Not even one Spider-Man. Or woman! We don't know. For sure. Alright, I freed Momo! Yeah, I expected a board wipe. Shame they gained the life. So I wonder if this is just Scion 5 color good stuff. Because it sure feels like it. Which is so sad. Like, you have the opportunity to play 5 color Spider-Man and you don't take it. Alright, chunk them up. Be chunkadocious for me. Play your commander. Okay. Angel toy. You swinging in? Okay. They have gained life. And I can choose to crew to get a counter on this. And I can do that post-combat. Chunk. Great. It's just, yeah. Difficult to deal with Commander because it's got all this text. 5 color good stuff on top of it. Anticastle Vestige. They are warping this. They have plenty of land, so whatever card they get should just, you know, go. Do I feel like trading into that? I could go Momo Angel. Or hover ship, I think. Yeah, I think hover ship. If they have a single target removal, though, that's rough. And it feels like they have something. We know they have Mistrise Village. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What you got? Me not wanting to take 10. That's what we got. There is no exiled card, so they don't get anything. Fenrir. It's a good dog. Stop getting like... You have plenty of lands. Play this. There we go. Bam, it's back. See what I draw? Oh, get lost. Okay. I can do that whenever. So I'll just swing in and get myself a funky little untap. And I feel like they're going to play Scions and I'm just going to murder it. We untap. We've got 2 5/5 flyers. Feels great. I'm probably going to, like, if they bring this out and attack with it, because it only has flying. No, it has flying on all turns. It gives the other spiders only flying in their turns. I could probably go for the block and be like, haha. Oh, no, wait, but it comes in as a 6/6. All right, they attack in. All your spiders get all the text, except you don't have any spiders. Oh. Okay. Another board wipe. What is this? Stop it. What is this and stop it, please? I don't want you gaining 6. I guess it could be Massacre Worm. I don't know. I wouldn't put Massacre Worm in a 5-color deck. Where are the spiders? I don't know. This person could have made a big bunch of spiders. And I'm guessing this person is a content creator because they have YouTube in their name. Okay, that's what they were going for. It's literally just one Spider-Man. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You shocking in? Alright. Momo! Itty bitty Momo. Itty bitty, itty bitty, itty bitty, itty bitty. I'll get to gain a bunch of life. You know what I want? Right off the top of my deck? I want my big old knight. I want the Moon Knight. Oh, hey, Wrench. Please don't steal that from me. Please, Wrench. Please, you're like my bestie. What are you doing over there with these guys? So they got to look at the top 9 cards and get 2 of them. Mm-hmm. That's unfortunate. Oh, hi, Scraps. Like, I accept that we're gonna have our first loss with the deck after, what, like 15 games or something like that. But I wish it weren't to this. Scraps, there's birds outside. Did you hear that chickadee? Hear that guy going chickadee-dee-dee? Makes them lose 1 life. I know, 5-color, good stuff. Bah. At least Wrenches from the spider set, but she's not a Spider-Man! It's a fit. Thank you for the fish. Hi, honey. You want to come up here? My cat wants to hang out. Okay, hun bun. Meow. This is Scraps. She's a very good cat. She wants to hang out. Hey, it's Appa. You definitely airbend Wrench. Omen Path Journey, yeah, that's like free. I guess they can afford to do it on like all of these. You may as well. Good girl. Good kitty. This is Scraps, yeah. She's so sweet. She's purring. Scraps, you want to purr into the microphone for the video? Yay. Good girl. You're just rubbing your whole dang face on it. You're such a good cat, Scrap. Yeah, of course you are. Oh, and they took my Elspeth, too. Wow. I wish I had that. Mm-hmm. Get him. I got nothing here. Couple of flyers, up to no good. And no winning in sight. Finish me, opponent. Hit that space bar. Oh yeah, like a 0, then hit that space bar. Spiderless Spider-Man, though. So sad, right, Scraps? So sad. Gilgamesh, Master at Arms, is going to be cheating in and equipping for free a bunch of very, very high power equipment, which means that we're gonna have to go fast while they ramp up to their 6-mana commander. This is a really fun deck. I had also made a Gilgamesh deck because it's really fun. I could go for like a non-doubling Sage of the Skies here, and I'm going to because I have Exemplar of Light next turn, and then I'll have a way to gain good life and trigger this. That sounds great. Sunset Strike Master can kill a flyer. I accept this, but it would take their whole turn and all their mana to do it. We get to draw a card, get a little bigger. Mono. White aggro, go. Yes! Oh, frequently Gilgamesh will kill you all in one turn. I think they have a chance of killing me next turn. Simple. I just played a Doorkeeper Thrall. Then I don't have to worry about it. It's more damage if I do this into Thrall. But I'm gonna go Jackdaw into Thrall. And I want to do it in response to them casting it. Is she an agent of chaos? Chaos. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in my deck that Thrall turns off, but it's worth it if it also turns off Gilgamesh. GG. Kavero, Mind Bitten. Going to be doing some self-mill into Reanimate because you cast Kavero as a card in your graveyard, which is really neat. I have lots of good power in the air here. Next turn I can go like Dawnwing into Party Hawk or upgraded Party Hawk. It hurts me so hard that they would dare make a better version of this card. Oh, okay, never mind. Momo is dead. Long live the king. More little guys. Tweet, tweet. We got bats and birds. Overlord of the Flood Pit's going to be doing a little bit of drawing. And the cards we need to look out for are actually like the other Overlords and cards that they would be casting it as in the graveyard. This turn, I am going to be prepared for them to cast Kavero by holding up Aven Interrupter. You want to become the threefold Thunder Hulk, getting 3+1/+1 counters and a whole bunch of gnomes. I do not want you to have that this turn. That is scary and bad. Momo. Into this thing. Is that a cat? Yeah, it's a cat soldier. Now they can do the exact same thing in this turn with either Kavero or just casting the Zombify again. But good news is that their commander doesn't fly. Wait, there was a bringer? I didn't even see that there was a bringer in the graveyard. Oh, dang. No, I wouldn't have committed it hard into the board in that case. I probably would have just played this. It's tough, yeah. Sometimes you don't see it because you click and it's hidden underneath the other card. Ooh, take it. Threefold Thunder Hulk, by the way, also has an activated ability. They could sacrifice these to buff up the creature, which makes more gnomes. Oh, Scraps, you're so good. I kissed a kitten. I also draw a card. I don't have a board wipe in my deck. I thought about including one. Potentially one that, like, mostly kills the biggins. But nah. Want to trade? Awesome. Eat a gnome! Yum. The Face Stealer lets them exile and gain the abilities of another card. That looks like it's probably approximately lethal. I ain't gonna do the math. That's for blockers. Oh, wait. I'm blocking. Okay, so I go to 3. Poke and exile those. Oh, I guess not that one. Yeah. Who's a good honey? Niche! They drew cards. I just think they're niche. Draw more. Don't worry, you got this. You got this, Momo. Momo don't got this. Such a good cat. Mm-hmm. It's not enough, but it is awesome. I'll hit them with a good game. And then I'll hit them with the Momo. We always go out swinging. Get him, Momo! Get him. Scott, you want a treat? You want a treat from here? For being here while I lose? She's like, I'm keeping people entertained while you struggle. Good kitty. That's Doc Ock, by the way. Not Nietzsche spelled very differently, the philosopher. GG Cabero. The Get Rog Ravenous Ride. This is going to be a high power commander because the bigger the power, the more cards they get, and the more they can ramp. In this deck, they're going to be playing cheap creatures that have super high power in order to get lots and lots of good value. Also, this is a 5-mana 6/5 with Trample and Haste on its own without that card draw, without that sacrifice, which can be super good. All right, R.I.P. Momo. This is so cruel of you to myrtleize my sweet little guy. But he's dead. Dead and gone and so sweet. Dog. So they will probably be able to play Get Rog and sacrifice this next turn. Had they not, Yeah, had they not, killed Momo, we could have had the Archangel of Tides out this turn. If they play a land, they don't. Tithing Blade. Wow, a lot of edicts. All right, Miner's Guidewing. I'm gonna have my Angel Explorer. Hopefully they don't bite like Bitter Triumphant. Okay, Perilous Snare I will take. Put that on top of the deck, why don't I? And Terminus of Returnimus! I'm gonna go for the Archangel of Tides. If you want to attack me, you gotta pay the 1. They do not control the biggest card. I got these baddies. Oh, Honest Rutstein. Lets them bring back that dog, cast it again, and it even costs less. Good old Honest Rutstein. More mana. No problems. Ooh, an Overlord of the Baelmerk. Dauntless Scrapbot. Okay. If I attack in, then they won't have to pay the tax, and I want them to have to pay. I want them to have as few resources as possible post-combat. Oh, hey, Bill. That's great for those lands. They're gonna chew up and crew up. Saddling the Get Rog. And it's dangerous to ride a frog. You might get eaten. I still wonder if Thalia is alive. 2 lands means 2 +1/+1 counters. They're enhancing the frog and the bill. Overlord of the Baelmerk. I could go for the activated ability on the Resplendent Angel here, but I would rather go for Momo. Draw a card on Enduring Innocence. Ooh, I got lots of pieces there. I'm hitting Gitrog again. Because they had buffed it. Like, that's the reason, is because they had buffed it. They kept it under there. I assume they have a way to destroy it. Ugh, Ice Till. They can now play the lands from their graveyard. Ooh, can even make unblockable damage. Oh, Disruptive Stormbrood. That's a fun way to destroy the snare. The Frog returns. Poggin and Froggin. Somebody's asking if this deck would work in Historic Brawl. There's a lot of fantastic 2-drop flyers and 3-drop flyers for Momo to curve into, but it wouldn't work as well because you're going to run into more like board wipe heavy control decks than the mid-range meta that is Standard Brawl. Okay, bye Scraps. It was lovely having you here. She's like, Snake Eater's over. I'm out. I could technically like triple block that to prevent all damage from going through. But I don't care enough. Yeah, less about the power level and more about, it's just like, it wouldn't work that well. But you will get wins with random mono white flyer decks. If you want to build like a super budget deck, like, it'll work. So anyways, I start shaking. Ooh, we shake it up. Get myself a Moonshaker Cavalry. It's my Moon Knight. It's a lot of damage. They have to pay 1 to block. Yeah, I know y'all don't have reach. And we win! GG! Surak, Elusive Hunter. If you target their creatures or spells, they'll be drawing a card. I have a nice, like, turn 1 Momo, turn 2 Resplendent Angel, and I'm on the play, so nice, good flying aggro. And green does have some things with reach, but mostly they don't. We love to race. I do love that this deck very much encourages playing things pre-combat, since it lets you get the buff. Dog! Dog taxes? Let's play the Exemplar here. How often do I play on mobile? Almost never. I've played Arena on mobile a few times, usually when I'm like traveling to go record something and I'm just like, oh yeah, I want to play in this tournament, or I'm just having fun. Surak is a human, so we'll get a buff from Torgal. Fenrir is a wolf, will not get a buff from the wolf. You're just a couple of good boys. Pet, 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 pet. Let's try to draw a land first, because I'll get 2 different draw triggers here. Perfect. Into Case of the Gateway Express. Killing, I'm so sorry, the goodest boy to ever be. A fine hound. And solving the case. And winning the game. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. And thank you, Momo, for getting me so many wins. This deck did really, really well. Which, I mean, it's mono white flyers. And not everybody is able to deal with that. A couple of well-timed pieces of removal and hate cards in here also mean that, like, you're able to get a lot of good, just, like, key pieces at just the right time while you're sneaking damage through. And Momo having that really great turn 1 into turn 3 curve. Like, if you get Momo into, say, like, I don't know, Resplendent Angel, Jackdaw Savior, this is a ton of damage, and it's working really well in Standard Brawl. And if you're wondering why not build this in Historic Brawl, you could. I just figured it would be a fun deck to build in Standard Brawl, because it's mono white flying aggro, where it's going to work a lot better. It just has to do with, like, what other people are playing. Also, the lack of things that just incidentally have flying. There's no Nadu here, which is great. Love not having to deal with Nadu. If you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description in the video. And if you would like to suggest a commander for me to brew, please do let me know in the comments. Also, if you're just like, Amy, I love Momo, tell me that too, because I love Momo. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made these ears. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.